Once upon a time, in a small, peaceful village, there lived a man named John. John was an ordinary man, leading a simple life. He worked as a carpenter and spent his free time tending to his garden and enjoying the company of his friends and family. However, there was one thing that John couldn't stand: incessant phone calls. John had a basic mobile phone that he used primarily for emergencies or to keep in touch with his close ones. He was not a fan of technology and preferred the simplicity of face-to-face communication. He believed in the importance of being present in the moment, so he rarely used his phone. One day, everything changed. John received a phone call from an unknown number. He answered, expecting it to be a wrong number or a telemarketer. To his surprise, it was a man who spoke with great urgency. The man on the other end explained that he needed John's help in finding his lost dog. John was a kind-hearted person, so he agreed to assist the stranger. The stranger was grateful, and John spent several hours helping him search for the lost dog. They combed through the neighborhood, knocked on doors, and called out for the dog. Eventually, they found the dog, and the stranger was overjoyed. He thanked John profusely and promised to return the favor if ever needed. From that day on, John's phone began to ring constantly. The stranger, whom he had helped, started calling him regularly. At first, it was just to check in, but gradually, the calls became more frequent. The man would call to chat, ask for advice, or request small favors. At first, John was patient and willing to help, remembering the kindness he had received when he helped the stranger find his dog. But as the days turned into weeks, and the weeks into months, the constant calls began to take a toll on John's life. His peace and tranquility were disrupted, and he found himself increasingly frustrated and irritable. He couldn't focus on his work, and his relationships with family and friends suffered. John realized that he needed to do something about this situation. He decided to have an honest conversation with the man who was calling him incessantly. John explained how the constant phone calls were affecting his life, causing him stress and taking him away from the things he cared about. He asked the man to respect his boundaries and only call when it was genuinely necessary. The man on the other end of the phone was taken aback, but understood the gravity of the situation. He apologized for his behavior and promised to be more considerate in the future. He realized that he had taken John's kindness for granted and had neglected the impact his calls were having on John's life. As time passed, the man did indeed change his behavior. He only called when it was necessary, and he found other ways to occupy his time. John's life gradually returned to normal, and he was able to once again enjoy the simple pleasures of his peaceful village. The moral of the story is that while it's essential to help others when they are in need, it's also crucial to set boundaries and communicate honestly when someone's actions are negatively affecting your life. Kindness should be a two-way street, and it's important to strike a balance between helping others and taking care of yourself. John's experience serves as a reminder that it's okay to say no when necessary and to communicate your needs with those around you. Incessant, never-ending or continuing without interruption. Telemarketer, a person or company that makes unsolicited phone calls to promote products or services. Urgency, the state of requiring immediate attention or action. Tranquility, the quality or state of being calm, peaceful, and free from disturbance. Frustrated, feeling upset or annoyed when able to achieve a goal or solve a problem. Boundaries, limits or restrictions that define what is acceptable or permissible. Neglected, to fail to care for or pay attention to something.